My name is First Lieutenant Mitchell Allen Hansen. I'm the Company Executive Officer for the Intelligence and Sustainment Company. So the GAFPB is the German Armed Forces Proficiency Badge. The Germans typically host it in a small town in south of Germany called Mittenwald, and they travel down to Vicenza in order to proctor the first ever Vicenza German Armed Forces Proficiency Badge. The idea of hosting the GAFPB started in 2025 with a trip up to Germany, and we talked with the Germans and we sent a couple emails, a couple phone calls, and we wanted to host the GAFPB down here in Vicenza to give an opportunity to our soldiers to earn the badge. In the competition, I'm the officer in charge and I'm a candidate for the German Armed Forces Proficiency Badge. I primarily act as a liaison between the candidates and the German proctors to ensure that all questions are answered from the German side and the candidate side to ensure a smooth test is taking place. Earning the GAFPB for me is really important, especially here at SETAF, because we work with a lot of allies and partner nations out here in Europe, and it builds trust and camaraderie working with our German partners. Earning the GAFPB for me means working with our allies and partner nations up here in Europe to build trust and camaraderie so we can complete our mission both up here in Europe and in Africa. I think the most challenging event in the German Armed Forces Proficiency Badge is the 100-meter swim. It's in full uniform, and after completing the 100-meter swim, you have to take your blouse and your pants off and throw them out of the pool. I think this is especially challenging because it tests your endurance and your capability as a swimmer. This training has really opened my eyes working with our Italian partners and our German partners, because the Italian Army and the German Army, they each have different processes for completing the mission. So working with them really opens my eyes to see different ways to complete the mission that may even be more efficient. I think the biggest standout event was the 11 by 10 meter sprint. It was really interesting seeing US soldiers and Italian soldiers learn the 11 by 10 meter sprint, whereas the Germans were trying to grade and everyone was having a really fun time seeing who could sprint the fastest. After candidates earn their badge either in bronze, silver, or gold, they're allowed to wear it on their dress uniform. I think it's very important that Italian and US soldiers have the ability to earn the German Armed Forces Proficiency Badge, because it shows a whole bunch of allied and trust building between all three nations. And I think this will put SETAF and other organizations light years ahead of where we are now. As a SETAF soldier, we have high standards, so I'm competing for the gold German Armed Forces Proficiency Badge. So of course, since we're in Italy, we have the Italian Army, we have the 173rd Infantry Brigade Combat Team, we have the 207th Military Intelligence Brigade, and we have, of course, SETAF. I would like to thank my company commander and battalion commander for giving me the opportunity to plan the German Armed Forces Proficiency Badge.